Okay. Bechavod. Give you permission. The Mishnah tells us Masot Rosh Hashanah, tonight is a holiday. It's called Rosh Hashanah. Tu B'Shvat. The machloket in the Mishnah between Bet Shammai and Bet Hillel, when is Rosh Hashanah for the trees? Bet Hillel said it's tonight. Bet Shammai said it was already. Rosh Chodesh Shvat. What does it mean really? It has to do with mainly, but one of the things is called Maaser. In Eretz Israel, whatever grows from the ground, it's called Tevel. It means you cannot have it. Unless you have to do a procedure. Give something to the Kohen, something to the Levi, something to Bet HaMikdash certain years, and then you can have it. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu, really, it's maybe just grapes and wheat, barley, and olives. Excuse me. But Chachamim say no from all the fruits. From Hashem. And the third opinion is true for the vegetables that definitely Chachamim said. Tomatoes, cucumbers, whatever grows on the ground, it's called vegetables from Chachamim. But the first thing was called Dagan, Tirosh, V'Yitzar, grain, and grapes, and olives, everybody agrees. You may not have it unless you do a procedure. In Israel, even today, you have to know which whatever you buy is to have a good hechsher that did it. Because if not, the halacha is it's called mitah b'dei shamayim. A person died of a sudden and got sick. He got sick. I said, what happened? He ate these things. He ate something was not taking so-called maaser. The thing that were given to a Kohen or to a Levi was not given. So what's the cut-off date of that thing? It really has to do with Tu B'Shvat. Vegetables, the cut-off date, what we call yearly, is our Rosh Hashanah on Tishrei. But fruits is different. Special halacha. Says the Mishnah, so what is the halacha? It's tonight. Tonight is Rosh Hashanah. What is Rosh Hashanah? It means that whatever was before tonight belongs to last year, and of tonight belongs to the next year. It's not exactly, but almost exactly the way I say. I don't want to go into detail so much. There are more halachot about it, but that's what it is tonight. It's called Rosh Hashanah La'ilan, the Rosh Hashanah for the trees. Yeah. The Mishnah says that really for Rosh Hashanah. The one we know is Rosh Chodesh Tishrei, and then we know also Rosh Chodesh Nisan, and then Rosh Chodesh Elul, and then it's Tu B'Shvat. Tu B'Shvat. Very strange thing. It's called Rosh Hashanah, but it's not called Rosh Hashanah. It's not Rosh Hashanah. It's not Rosh Hashanah. This is, it's a cut-off date. But our custom, we don't say Tachanun. We didn't say Tachanun Mincha today. We're not going to say Tachanun tomorrow. It's not Tikkun Chatzot tonight. It's a holiday. What's a holiday? It's just something on the calendar. It's halacha. Not a holiday. What's halacha? It's not Rosh Chodesh. It's nothing. It's really nothing. Rabbi Aderet says in Shulchan Aruch, you should know, there are 4 Rosh Hashanah, and you have to celebrate it. It's a happy day. Tu B'Shvat, happy day. People say brachot, people they buy a lot of fruits. People should say, what's so great about fruits? What about vegetables? What about the watermelon, melon? What about all the other fruit, all the other vegetables? No? Why not? Make a Rosh Hashanah for them also. No? The Mishnah said no. Rosh Hashanah La'ilan. Ilan is Aramaic word for the word etz. He said, it's tonight. Rosh Hashanah La'ilan happy day. What do you do? Chachamim make sudot, buy fruits. You go to certain places, they have all kind of fruits. Chaim Kanevsky used to bring him a table with so many fruits every Tu B'Shvat. So what is it all about? Rabbi Aderet. Okay, Rabbi Aderet. I don't understand. What is this? What's the happiness of Rabbi Aderet? Why you have to eat? Why you have to eat tonight prayer? Prayer, why? Why? Tomorrow? Why? What is this? It just says Beshalach. It has to do something with Shulchan Aruch. Okay, so Shulchan Aruch. No, Tu B'Shvat. Tu B'Shvat. I remember when I was a kid, as I was just established, Tu B'Shvat we used to go and plant little trees, little bushes. So really, what happened? One says, I tell you what happened. You can may detect it. Says the Gemara, but Tu B'Shvat really, the majority of the rain is over. It's very, very special halacha in Israel, So the rain is only 3 months. It's Cheshvan, Kislev, Tevet. Half of Shabbat, nothing. To supply water for hundreds of millions, 100 million people. Down at Hamikdash. Doing Masechet Ta'anit all the time, praying for rain, do Ta'anit for rain, Ta'anit, Shulchan Aruch, Ta'anit. Rosh Chodesh Kislev came, no water, no rain, start Ta'anit. Then another one next week, another one, 2 weeks, everything, Monday, Thursday, Ta'anit, there's no water. There's no water. How come in America there's so much water? Why over the world is low water? Not just the winter time. Israel, nah. 3 months we have water, finish. Mainly from the Kinneret, every year. The red line, the Kinneret is going down, 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 down. And Melech down, down, down. What's the problem? Why did Hashem do such a thing? What's the secret behind it? Israel can have rain also. There's no Jordan, Iraq, a lot of water, a lot of rain. Israel, the Master Chachamim, Baruch Kol, they saw clouds coming, and they told the clouds, stay over here, don't go over there, don't go east, don't go to Jordan, don't go to Iraq. Why did Hashem do such a thing? What's the secret behind it? So we don't say, we tend Torah Matar in America, until December 4th, December 5th, depends which year. You don't need water. You have plenty of water in America. Plenty. Besides Niagara Falls. We should have Niagara Falls in Israel. We'll be the best. We have Zarchin. Where is Zarchin? Niagara Falls. No special things. Okay. This week's Parsha, after a month that we came out of Egypt, all of a sudden, we have no food. Says the Gemara like this. Pesach, we eat the matzah to remember that they took over leftover dough while we came out of Egypt, excuse me. By the way, people say polite when you yawn, cover your mouth. I don't know what's polite about it. But Tzalacha in Gemara. Gemara says. Gemara says a person yawns, he has to cover his mouth. Tzalacha. Forgive me yawning. I forgot to go to sleep today. It's a special, very special halacha. Very special halacha. So the reason we eat matzah on Pesach, let's say Nagadal, Shulchan Aruch, you have to say, I have matzah because I took leftover dough from Egypt, and leftover dough from Egypt did not become chametz. And then we put it on our head, and the sun baked it, didn't become chametz. Says the Gemara, that leftover dough that became matzah was enough for 30 days. We left Egypt on the 15th day of Nisan. A month later, exactly, all of a sudden, about 15 million people came to Moshe. Moshe, happened to be that yesterday we finished the last piece of matzah from the leftover dough they took out. Can you imagine? On one day, everybody finished. And the Gemara says whatever they took out of Egypt, the leftover dough, was enough for exactly 30 days. Everybody ate, still leftover. Still leftover for 1 month. Okay. Then find out why, what happened. The Gemara says, the Torah tells us how they came to Moshe, and Hashem was very happy. Hashem was not upset that we came and complained. And told Moshe, why did you take us out? We're going to die in the desert. She said, you know what? I give them one. Give them a shaman. You see, tomorrow morning you go to sleep. In the morning you get up. You have Amazon next to your door. Amazon. A study came, the Gemara says, next to the door, they got up in the morning, they saw something white, like popcorn. And Shaim, the Gemara said to walk far away to find it. The Torah says when it came down in the morning, Am Yisrael saw, and they said, we don't know what it is. Mann, this is Mann. Okay. Says the Torah that Friday, the Torah that everyone got exactly the same amount. Doesn't matter how much you collected. You can come outside with a garbage bag, fill it up. Come out with a small sandwich bag, fill it up. You come home, put it on the table. As many people that you have in your family, each one got Omer. Like the size, what we call Sfirat Omer. Omer, every day that's what you got. Doesn't matter what you did. You came early, you tried to collect more, you came late, you think I'm going to have nothing. Exactly, for every person, the same amount exactly. Very strange. I want to have some more. Don't have any more. I collected more, I put it on the table, it shrank. I took a little bit, expanded. That's what you have to do. You say, no more. No obesity, no high cholesterol, nothing. That's it. Finished. It's very, very strange. Let them have whatever they want. Hashem, what this is Russia. You don't have enough food. The guy wants to have a little bit more. No, you don't have. You don't understand. But daily, every day, the same thing. They came outside. They came home. They put in the plate exactly. Put some milk in the cereal. That's your breakfast finished. Nothing else. No fruit, no vegetables, nothing. No wine, nothing. Every morning, that's what you have. Okay? Says the Torah, Friday they came to Moshe and told Moshe, look what happened. They came home, they put it on the table, it was twice as much we get every day. Moshe said, sorry, I forgot to tell you. I told you don't live from one day to the next. But I forgot to tell you is the concept of Shabbat. Friday you got double, and it's because tomorrow Hashem will not give it to you. He will not give it to me. What's the problem? Hashem gives the rain on Shabbat, right? Actually, Hashem talks about man, it's like rain. Hashem, the language in the Torah says, "Ini mamtir lachem lechem min hashamayim." The word mamtir is like word matar, rain. It's raining on Shabbat. Okay. What's the problem exactly? The man should come on Shabbat. What's the problem? Hashem doesn't do it. Hashem doesn't go to war. Everything is automatic anyway. It's like a timer on Shabbat anyway. Again, if you say Hashem doesn't do it on Shabbat, how come it's raining on Shabbat? Right? Hashem doesn't work on Shabbat? Hashem keeps Shabbat? God says, yeah, Hashem keeps Shabbat. Okay, so how come it's raining? The simple answer is, it is more answered. One of the answers is Hashem doesn't do anything. What do you want from Hashem? It's automatic. Before Shabbat, Hashem put up the switch, and it's raining on Shabbat. Whatever it is, doesn't matter the answer. Why didn't Hashem want us to have man on Shabbat? What's the real problem? What's the problem? There's no problem. The opposite. You You have emunah. The Gemara says one of the reasons Hashem did not give us man every day to have emunah is the Gemara says a person has to be trained to believe in Hashem. Don't worry about tomorrow. The Gemara says somebody who worries about tomorrow has no emunah in Hashem. You have to believe today I have what to eat. For sure, I'm going to have tomorrow. If you have any doubt, the Gemara says you want to prepare for tomorrow. It means no emunah. The Gemara says, how do you know? From the man. Hashem did. Why did Hashem do it? I understand. What's the problem? So give him 2 days or 3 days. So of course, I pray to Hashem, but I'm afraid I won't have it. Even Yaakov was afraid. Hashem will not give him the food. You never know. No, Hashem said, no. And Shabbat, nothing. And the Torah tells us, Moshe came to Am Yisrael, and the time and told them, listen, I forgot to tell you the story. Shabbat. Okay, Shabbat. And then the Torah repeats the statement. Am Yisrael said, this is Mann. Excuse me? The first day it came, Sunday. The Mann came on Sunday. Maybe Monday, Sunday. Am Yisrael said, what is this? He said, Mann. Okay. In the text. Why you call it Mann? Don't know what it is. Okay, fine. The Torah repeats after Moshe told them the halacha about Shabbat, don't go outside, it's not going to have. You're going to go outside. The Torah says, Vayikru b'nitzah shmo Mann. Am Yisrael said, you know what? That's the name. What's the name? That's the man you said you don't know what it is. Now you say that's the name of it? What has to do with it? You said already. What is the reason the Torah writes? It says the Torah. So the Zohar, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, is very upset. It says Torah is not a story. Who cares what happened in the desert and with such details to know what happened exactly Friday? That's right. What's the secret behind it? So the Gemara tells us like this. Man comes from the word Vayiman. It means prepare. It means like this. When Am Yisrael saw it on the floor, and so it's not like seeds. So they said, now we have to do something. And actually the Torah will tell us later. Torah says you should take it and grind it and cook it and fry it and bake it. Well, so original statement of Am Yisrael said, Man is not what it is. And it says this is something that we have to do something with it. You have to prepare it. That says Hashem chose it. The food will be got in the desert as something that's going to call man because the word man means to prepare. That's how the story starts. We find really in the Torah the concept of Yosef was preparing for Shabbat. Special mitzvah, the Gemara says to prepare for Shabbat. Very special mitzvah. And the story is famous, the Gemara says, was a person, his name was Yosef, used to go to the market every Friday buy fish. For Shabbat, special fish for Shabbat. He had a neighbor, a goy, had a dream that all his fortune will go into his neighbor, the Jew. He believed very much in his dream. He went and sold all his assets. Bought a big diamond, put it inside his head. Every place he went, he held his head. So all his fortune is in his head, just not the dream to become true that his possession, his fortune will be transferred to Yosef HaTzadik. Yosef. One day the Gemara says he walked next to a river and the wind blew it. And of course, diamond was inside the head. The Gemara says fish, ate the head, or bit into the head and swallowed the diamond. One Friday, that guy comes, Yosef, it's a Gemara. Yosef comes to the fish market. The guy said, I have a fish for you. You want fish? I always buy fish. I want fish. Yeah, the Gemara says, yeah, fish, no fish. Take the fish, open the fish, was the diamond inside. I said, what's the story? What's the story? Torah tells us when the brothers came down to Egypt, Yosef called up, it was a Friday, and Yosef called up Menashe and said, I want to tell you something. They're going to eat by us Friday night. Go, prepare for them food. But I want them to see it. The Torah says, he told them, Tvuach, Tevach, Ve'achen, go, please, Menashe, prepare for Shabbat. That preparation for Shabbat was the root of the Mann. That Hashem sent us Mann from Shamayim. And now Israel, just, they don't know what it is really, but I said, listen, something we have to prepare. Okay. After the concept of Shabbat, then they said, this is called prepare. What do you mean it's called prepare? You said it before. No. Says the Gemara, HaKadosh Baruch Hu created this world as a corridor, Prosdor Olam Haba. A person has to know, you're here in this world just to come with a declaration to Hashem, I want Olam Haba. This is not a destination. Destination Olam Haba. Olam Haba is going to be after Mashiach will arrive, after Beit HaMikdash is going to be on, and after it's going to be the Yom HaDin HaGadol, Hashem is going to be judged everybody, and then it's going to be Olam Haba. What's Olam Haba? Rambam is machloket in the Rishonim, but people say it means like this. Tchiat HaMetim, all the dead ones will rise, and you be in Eretz Israel, paradise. Not Gan Eden. Gan Eden is under the basement. You're not going to be in the basement. You're going to be on top, Olam Haba. What do you do? Nothing. Sit and have pleasure from Hashem. Never Torah, lectures, Tehillim, but pleasure. No food, nothing. Your pleasure is just spiritual pleasure. Comes the Gemara says that, look, Hashem wants us to get it, to know our destination. For this Hashem gave us a Shabbat. Because in Shabbat, the Gemara says, the Ari says, Hashem injects in the person an extra neshama. An extra neshama Hashem injects you inside us. Says that you get only if you go mikveh Friday and Shabbat morning. If you don't, Ari says, it's going to be very hard for you to get it. You can get it, but it's going to be very hard. But this is an easy way. And what you're going to gain by doing it? Ari says, the Gemara says, that you feel pleasure. So Shulchan Aruch says the Gemara, it's a mitzvah to eat. Shalosh Sudot on Shabbat, Friday night, Shabbat morning, Suda Shlishit. So Shulchan Aruch, let me tell you something. It's not a mitzvah to eat it. It's not true. It's a mistake. The mitzvah is to have pleasure from the food. The food of Shabbat should taste in your mouth different. The Gemara says, the Caesar of Roman, Antoninus, converted himself. Nobody knew. He had a tunnel under the ground. That's the first tunnel. That's why the Arabs know in Machshama to make tunnels. He did a tunnel, very deep, and he used to come to Rabbi Aderet and wrote the Mishnah every day, learn with him. And he made the Brit Milah to himself as the Caesar of Rome. And one day it came Shabbat, and Rabbi Aderet gave him the food. He says, I love this food, I love it. And he came Sunday. He has the same food. It says, excuse me, Rabbi, this is the same. This is different? He says, no, same thing. The same ketchup inside, the same mustard inside, the same thing, everything inside the same. Zata, everything is same. It says, when Shabbat is a different spice we put, it's called Shabbat. So what is this? Where do you buy this? It says, this special spice called Shabbat. It's the Gemara. Says the Gemara, says that, you should know. If you on Shabbat eat the same food you eat during the week and you don't feel different, something's wrong with you on Shabbat. If you look in the mirror Friday afternoon, Friday night, and you look the same like you look during the week, something's wrong with you. I said, what's behind it? What's the secret behind it? Because Shabbat, the Gemara says, is 1/60th of Olam Haba. That's the secret. Hashem doesn't care if you keep Shabbat or don't keep Shabbat. Hashem wants us to feel what is our task and our obligation to our neshama. What do we have to reach? Have to reach pleasure on Shabbat, says the Shulchan Aruch. If you don't like to eat, you don't have pleasure from the food, there's no mitzvah to eat on Shabbat. There's no mitzvah to eat. It's not true. No mitzvah to eat Friday night. You don't want to eat? Don't eat. If it gives you pleasure, you must eat. It doesn't give you pleasure, you're on a diet, don't eat. You don't have to. The purpose of Shabbat is just a pleasure. Of course, there's a lot of halachot. If you don't keep the halachot, you're not going to have it. You have to know Shulchan Aruch, Yalkut Yosef, Mishnah, perfect, all the halachot, Chazon Ish, Abavadia, Ben Ish Chai. You have to know everything. Ben Ish Chai says, you learn 1 hour of Shabbat is like 1,000 hours during the week. That's the best year. It's a shame to waste Shabbat. It's a shame. But the problem is, again, it's not Shabbat. Is the pleasure that you have on Shabbat, again, in order for you to multiply it 60 times, say, that's I'm getting Olam Haba. That's it. And that's what Hashem wants us to get. And that's what Hashem gave us the Shabbat. As you keep Shabbat, it's hard for you. You don't understand. It's not the Shabbat. It's the pleasure of Shabbat. If you don't feel it, you wait. When the Shabbat is over, it means you're so far. The Gemara says the person has to feel on Motzei Shabbat. What happened? I don't feel so good now. What happened? Nothing happened. Everything is okay. What happened? What says, Vay Nafash, Vay La Nefesh. What says, Motzei Shabbat comes, the person, I feel something is missing. When the Shammai Torah goes out, that's why we have Besamim. Because a person like a person is going to faint. Motzei Shabbat. He says, what happened? I don't know. Don't feel well. The Borei Besamim, in order for you, the Gemara says, to feel much better, because you want to faint. That's the halakha. That's the secret of the Mann. You should know. The Mann after he came out of Egypt, that's the secret. The secret is that Hashem stopped it. The miracle that we had for 1 month, we had matzah. And of course, matzah is without chametz. This is very holy. Mitzvah inside. Now, no matzah. Moshe said, what happened? Moshe said, Moshe, you know, they're right. I'm going to give them man from Shamayim, not on Shabbat. Because Shabbat is made in Olam Haba. In Olam Haba, you're not going to go outside. I want them to know. The main thing in our life is to prepare for Olam Haba. This is Yosef told Menashe. The brothers never kept Shabbat. Yosef the only one kept Shabbat. The Torah tells us, Yosef called Menashe, told Menashe, go show them you prepare for Shabbat. I said, what are you talking about? I want them to understand the concept of Shabbat. They don't keep Shabbat. They don't understand Shabbat is not obligation. Shabbat is a training. You are in training right now. The Hashem wants you to do something. And the Gemara says, Shabbat. It means the Gemara says, listen, you have to do it Friday. You can't just come Friday from work and you jump in all the won't go. You're never going to finish. You're never going to feel it. Never. The Gemara says, the Amoraim is to go to prepare the fish, clean the house for Shabbat. It's not the maid and it's not Hashalom, the wife. We have to do it. The man. Because the wife will come along to Olam Haba. She's not going to get Olam Haba without her husband. She sits next to him, to her husband in Olam Haba. And says, you have to show Hashem that you want Olam Haba. How do you show? By coming to Chadudi? No. By preparing for Shabbat. So the whole idea of our life is preparing for Shabbat. Preparation, say Chachamim, is more important than the mitzvah itself. Every mitzvah, you say, check a lulav. Prepare yourself to get a lulav is more important than shaking lulav. Prepare yourself when you get. How do you get matzah? How do you get etrog? How do you get sukkah? How do you get filin? How do you get seed? How do you get wine for kiddush? You went and you looked and you find, you bought this. For the preparation, the Gemara says you get a reward. For the mitzvah, you don't get a reward. The mitzvah is for Olam Haba, says the Gemara says. The mitzvah is nothing. The preparation is the main thing. Everything is being to you, on the golden tray. It's not good. But says Chachamim Rishonim used to sit and prepare for Shabbat, because the whole thing preparation. That's the secret of Parnasa. So Shulchan Aruch, Mishnah Berurah, other people say, Parnasa say Parashat Haman. This Tuesday, when the big Rebbe said Parashat Haman, say every day Parashat Haman. Parashat Haman means nothing. You're not going to get it. If you know what Parashat Haman is, talk about Mann, you don't get it. Mann means preparation for Shabbat. If you do preparation, ki mekor habracha, then you have parnasa berevach. The main thing is just prepare for Shabbat, but it's not for Shabbat. It's because Hashem wants you to know your task in this world is to prepare for Olam Haba. So this is just a training thing for you to know the destination that Hashem created this world. In order for you to have pleasure in this world, then that pleasure really is going to be only spiritual pleasure in Olam Haba. That's the secret of this week's week. Parashat Haman, that's the secret of Shabbat. The first time it says in the Torah to keep Shabbat. Moshe told them, to be the man, Hashem doesn't give it to you. Why don't you give it to me? Because Hashem, in Olam Haba, you're not going to have any man. You don't need anything. This is Tu B'Shvat, you should know. Tu B'Shvat is nothing. What's the holiday of Tu B'Shvat? Tell you what it is, the secret. What happened on Tu B'Shvat, you know what? Most of the rain is over. Okay, so, and then what? Who cares? I say, you know why there's no rain in Israel? I know why, I'll tell you why. Because people had to go to Beit HaMikdash. They didn't have umbrellas, no raincoats. Children, yes. They didn't have such good highways. Everything was muddy. Hashem is going to fix it. And tell you, listen, I want you to come to Beit HaMikdash, Pesach, Shavuot, and Sukkot. So from Pesach until after Sukkot, no rain. That's the secret. In Israel, there's no rain. The Gemara says if there is rain in Nisan, it's a curse. It's a curse. Baruch Hashem, we have more rain. You don't understand. Rain ruins the highway. Rain ruins a lot of things. People have to prepare. They already started going to Beit HaMikdash. They're all going to get wet. Says the Gemara, you know what? In Israel, they pray for rain, really, on the 7th of Cheshvan. So the Gemara says, why? How do you get this date? I said, I tell you what. It takes 15 days for a person to walk from Yerushalayim all the way to his house up north. And Hashem did not want us to pray for rain. Maybe people should get wet on the way. So the rain should start when everybody comes home. I'll see you again on Pesach. I give you rain. If you don't come to Beit HaMikdash and you don't prepare, then it's not going to be rain. If Masechet Ta'anit, do Ta'anit, pray. But if you behave, you don't need rain in the summertime. You don't want rain because you're doing Beit HaMikdash. How are you going to get there? How are you going to get all your fortune, all the children? They can all get there. They can all get pneumonia. And that's why in Israel there is no rain in the summertime. On purpose, almost the only country. Almost. This is because Beit HaMikdash is Olam Haba. So Hashem prepares us for Olam Haba. Now, Tu B'Shvat is, most of the rain is behind us. They say, what is it? Why? Because on Tu B'Shvat is start to prepare for Pesach. Preparation. You know what the sign is? I want to tell you the sign. On Tu B'Shvat, you can go to the tree and you're going to see some moisture come from the tree. From that moisture, or eventually, it's going to come a bud, and sometimes a flower, and then a fruit. And then what? You take this fruit of Beit HaMikdash, it's called Bikurim. Tu B'Shvat is preparation for Bikurim. The Gemara says, you know what Bikurim is? Bereshit bara Elokim. Bereshit hints about Bikurim, Bereshit Reshit. You know Bikurim is, the Gemara says, בזכות ביקורים תירש את הארץ. מה says, כי תבואו אל הארץ, if you remember this parsha, before Rosh Hashanah we read, כי תבואו אל הארץ, לקחתם ראשית פרי אדמה, from the trees, only ביקורים from the trees, not from vegetables. Because in Gan Eden there were no vegetables, only trees. That's the secret. Torah says in Gan Eden, Adam Rishon walked to Gan Eden, you want to have a cucumber, tomato, watermelon, melon. No, nothing. Mr. Only fruits. Only fruits. Some vegetables. I need vitamin C. Nothing. From the fruits you get. From the fruits you do maaser. For sure. Almost. Everybody. Not from vegetables. Hashem is the Rabbanan. Because from the fruits you're going to bring bikurim from the 7 kinds. The rest just fall behind it. So the whole idea of Tu B'Shvat is a Chag. What's Chag Tu B'Shvat? Because tomorrow morning, if you go to the trees in Eretz Israel, if it's not going to rain, you're going to see little moisture comes. It's called saraf ba'inam. That's what you say in Pitum Aktoret, saraf. And from there, it's going to grow eventually a fruit. The Gemara says the first fruit that grows, you go to the backyard, whatever you own, to your orchard, you put a little bit string on it, and say, Bikurim. Tikkun Adam HaRishon, the Gemara says, he ate from the tree without permission. We take the first fruit to Hashem. But Tu B'Shvat, Tikkun Adam HaRishon, Kol Adam HaRishon. So what's the holiday? Baruch Hashem, I see we can have a fruit here, and we're going to have a fruit to bring Bikurim to Beit HaMikdash. To create the sin of Adam HaRishon, nobody ever going to die, you're going to be able to